at the beginning of the Canal chase job, you have done a game reset. Here, after pressing start to enter the safe house, you wanna mash triangle first to skip this info box, and then immediately after hold your D-pad left and mash X, so that will select Bentley. That is called an halogen select. So if you are holding either right or left and mash X, that will select the character next to the selected character. So usually in Sly 3 the selected character is always Sly. If you hold right and mash X, that will usually select Murray, apart from this first episode, and if you hold left, that will select Bentley. There are some locations where another character is selected and you, for example, want to pick Sly, and so then you do something else, but that is how we optimize these character selections in the safe house. Here you want to keep your camera turned this way when going with Bentley. That is called GSMing in this game, and that meaning that where your camera is pointing, that will affect where the game will spawn guards. You can see there are 2 flashlight guards spawned just because I have my camera pointing there, and it's there you see 1 rooftop guard as well. So keep your camera this way. Here you can either go like this, or actually Bentley can go on this fence here to optimize movement a little bit. Here we can just go back to normal camera, to the Canal chase. Then usually if you just go to the mission trigger without doing anything else, that will do a small animation of Bentley opening the binoculum. But if you do so-called bomb boosting, which is X, and immediately after pressing triangle, that will skip the cutscene. So what you wanna do is press X and then smash triangle to start Bentley's bomb placing animation. That will skip the job trigger's own animation of Bentley taking out the binoculum. So it will look like this, as you can see.
Volgens mijn bronnen heeft Octavio de blauwe adder grondelbende ingehuurd om Carmelita uit te schakelen.
De blauwe adders? Die lui zijn lastig. We moeten ze tegenhouden voor ze haar te pakken krijgen.
Ze is bezig met haar patrouille. Dus de boeven zijn vast vlakbij.
Ben al weg. Zorg jij maar dat je een van die politieboten aan de praat krijgt voor ik er ben.
In this job, if you hold down the fire button for too long, it will overheat the gun. So how to avoid that is by mashing the button you use to fire, either R1 or square. That way you will prevent the overheat. This is one job you just need to practice to get good at, to get used to the road and stuff like that. You can do so-called damage boosting every now and then, so you don't need to avoid some of the obstacles here. You can just go through them as long as you have enough health to proceed throughout the mission. So that so-called damage boosting fastens your way here a little bit. But if you go too low on the health, that will make you die, of course, and that will start the mission all over again. But my advice is that after this mission, this becomes available for job replay, and you wanna practice that because the road for the Condol gang there is always the same. And for example, the first cat, you wanna start firing at the very end, so you will get that cat out first. And then for the remaining 2, there is a roads. I recommend like checking the community best segment here to get used to the road, and then start just practicing this to get used to the road and when to damage boost and when to mash the fire button. But here after this mission you wanna press select to open the gadget grid, then you wanna input, select an input button for the trigger bomb. I usually have it on R2, so I will tap R2 here. You wanna use it for R2 or Alt L2, not L1, because that will get unbinded at some points when Bentley needs to use the pickpocketing tool. So either Alt L2 or R2. Then press triangle or select to close the gadget grid, throw a trigger bomb, and then kill Bentley to get back to the safe house.